Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a video on my latest pedal build. This is just a basic Matsumin Valvecaster, and I wanted to kind of show, I guess, the insides of it before I get everything tuned up. I've read a variety of improvements that can be made to this pedal, and I'm kind of experimenting with it while I've got the chassis open and unpainted and things like that, so I can make modifications and see what sounds best to me. But I wanted to kind of bring you guys along for the ride. So what I've got set up, very simply, is my, what is this? Oscar Schmidt OE30. Just a semi-hollow electric. And then I've got my, just straight into the pedal, and the pedal straight into the VHT Special 6, I believe this is. And I'm powering it right now with my Voodoo Lab at 18 volts. And this pedal is specifically designed to run on a 9-volt battery and or a 9-volt power supply. So what I'm going to do is start off at the 18 volts and just kind of show you some of the differences. I'll play the same thing at 18, at 12, and then at 9, and just see if you guys really notice any difference. So I'm going to get things set up on the tripod if it's here, and we'll have the better microphone with that too. So I'll be right back. Well, of course, now that I said that, the microphone and tripod are not here, so I'll do the good old hold you between my knees and show you what's going on. So anyway, like I said, we're into 18 volt power, and I'll just kind of show you the tube. With this particular circuit, the tube is always on. I did build a version 1 of this pedal, I'll show you here, where I added an on-off switch for the filaments in the tube so that you kind of had a standby and you could flip that on. Maybe if you had a certain set where you were using this pedal and didn't want the tube on all the time. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with this pedal. That way you're just not shortening your tube life by having it on all the time. But anyway, I'll just hold you right here. I'll show you the clean tone. And I'm not much of a player, so I'll do my best. There's the clean tone. I'll engage the pedal. I've got the volume set pretty much at unity. I've got the tone, I believe, all the way up. Yep. And the gain at about halfway. You can hear it clipping there just a little bit. I'm going to bring that gain down. And we are on high power on the amp, I should mention that as well. Okay, so now we'll just turn it off. I'm going to move my power from the 18 to the 12 volt. And I'll show you the difference in the tube. See, it doesn't glow nearly like it does on 18 volts with the 12 volts. We'll give this a try. So here's the clean tone again. And with the pedal on. I'll let you make your own judgment there on the difference from 18 to 12. And finally, we'll go down to 9 volts. Here's the clean tone a final time. And with the pedal engaged. So that's what the Valvecaster is designed for, is the 9 volts. To my ear, as we back down the voltage, things get much more compressed, almost, and there's not nearly as much headroom, which is a common description of what happens. So ideally, I think I'd want to be at about 15 volts, but 18 seems pretty good. It's just going to shorten the tube life a little bit. But with the addition of that on-off switch, I think it'll be just fine. So anyway, I'll flip it up here and show you the guts a little bit. So you can see on the upper right, we've got our 3-pole double throw foot switch. That's actually a Demont Gaiatone foot switch, and it's a very soft click. I'll kind of give you a bonus and show you. So let me turn the amp off so you can hear just the foot switch. Here is the Gaiatone. And now here is another one I bought. This is actually from Full Tone, a Full Tone 3-pole double throw. I can hardly push it with one finger. I just love that soft touch. So anyway, and I actually do kind of a different wiring of the 3PDT versus what the schematic suggests. I've never gotten the schematic that I look at for this to work, and so I've kind of modified a little bit and made my own. I'll try to draw that up for a future video on this pedal and let you guys know how it works and how I put it together. But anyway, we've got some Switchcraft enclosed 1/4-inch jacks, some Alpha mini pots in the middle here, and then I went with all WEMA German-made capacitors, and I'm not sure of the brand on the resistors. Got a porcelain tube socket, and then we're using a Genelex Gold Lion 12AU7, I believe it is, ECC 83. And this is actually kind of a unique power setup. So you can see here I've got this adapter. What this is a polarity reverse adapter. And the problem I ran into with these is I bought a batch of jacks, and I like the quality of the jack, but for some reason the barrel on these jacks is positive. And so when you hook this thing up, with it needing to be center negative and barrel positive, you're actually putting power to the case. So you needed to have your jack somehow isolated from the case to do that, because pretty much any power that you run into for pedals is going to be barrel positive, center negative. And so that wouldn't have worked. So I just got this simple reversal, and then I wired it up backwards. So what we've got coming in here is center negative. This is switching it to center positive, and then I'm switching it back with my wiring. So that was just a little solution I came up with, because my other jacks are all plastic, and they are not very good at all. So I just need to get a different jack, basically. And as you can see, I only had green wire for the most part, unfortunately. So Doesn't make it very easy to troubleshoot. But anyway, I'll keep you updated as I make little adjustments and improvements with this pedal, and let you know what I come up with. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this is interesting. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.